Hello everyone, this is Komal and today we are going to discuss Weather and Climate chapter for class 7. This is third chapter for your syllabus. So, what is a weather and what is a climate? Firstly, we will discuss the 2 points in this chapter, weather and climate. What is a weather? Weather is day-to-day condition of a particular place, or R2R condition of a particular place, we can say the weather. On the other side, what is a climate? Climate is the average weather condition over a long period of time. That is considered as a climate of particular place. So there is a difference between weather and climate. Weather forecast you will get through the daily news channels. You are getting about the weather forecast and you are getting updates of weather of your particular area. So in simple terms, we can consider that day-to-day condition of a atmosphere or a particular place is called weather. So now the weather may be distinguished into hot, cold, sunny, cloudy and rainy. We can say simple terms we are using to describing weather, that it's very sunny, it's rainy, it's very cold, it's very hot. So on the other side, if we will talk about climate, we are saying the average weather condition. So climate as the average weather condition for a particular region and a time period usually taken over 30 years. We are basically considering the average time of 30 years to considering one particular area's climate. So what is the difference between both? For difference, they have given one chart for you, weather and climate. Firstly, the definition part of both weather and climate, and afterward they are giving some points. Weather part, it includes temperature, rainfall and wind. These are the three main basic points of weather. On the other side, when we will consider climate, we are including temperature and rainfall. If we will talk about weather is a typical physical condition of our atmosphere, and on the other side climate, it is generalized condition of atmosphere which represent and describe the characteristics of particular region. Then weather changes from place to place and climate is different in different large region. Climate is considered for a large region, but on the other side weather, it is considered for the small area, for the small locality. Similar numerical values of weather of different places usually have same weather. On the other side, climate of different places usually have different climates. And crop growth, development and yields are decided by weather in a given area. On the selection of crops suitable for a place is decided by the climate. Is this crop is suitable for cultivation in this particular area? It is totally dependent on the climate. On the other side, under abnormal weather conditions, planners can adopt a short-term contingent planning for weather. Then climate helps in long-term agricultural plannings. Now, the elements of weather. These are the basic elements of weather. First one is temperature. Next is atmospheric pressure, humidity, precipitation, winds and cloud. The basic elements of weather. According to this, we are considering our weather phenomena. So first one is temperature, which is very important. Temperature is measurement of atmosphere with respect to heat and cold. Both heat and cold are responsible for the changing in the temperature. So temperature, some places are having same temperature throughout the year. In other places, temperature may vary from time to time. So this is totally dependent on the heat and cold condition. So equator, you already know about equator divide earth into two equal halves. The areas which are located near to equator, they are getting excess heat because sun rays are falling direct on the equator. So the areas which are near to equator, they are getting hot condition. But those who are away from equator, they are having seasonal changes. Now, temperature is very important factor in determining the weather because it influence or control other elements of weather such as precipitation, humidity, clouds and atmospheric pressure. So, temperature influenced by the other. Now, next thing is atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is defined as the force per unit area extended against the surface by the weight of air above that surface in the earth's that surface in the earth's atmosphere. Atmospheric pressure which created by the wind or the temperature. Temperature creates the atmospheric pressure with including wind. When we are getting excess heat, we are getting less atmospheric pressure. When we are getting more heat, we are getting more atmospheric pressure. So next thing is humidity. What is a humidity? It is a moisture in air. Simple term we can say it is a moisture in air. Moisture, that is if we will get high humidity, that is we are getting in the cold season. If we are getting less humidity, that means we are existed in the area which are not closer to the water bodies. So humidity is the measurable amount of moisture in the air of the lower atmosphere, and the moisture comes from water on the ground, and as the water is heated it turns into gas and as a water vapor. How the water vapor comes into air? By the water bodies when it is evaporated through the heat of sun. Now humidity can be divided into two parts: absolute humidity and relative humidity. Absolute humidity and relative humidity. What is the absolute humidity? When the actual amount of water present in the atmosphere, that is known as absolute humidity. The actual amount, that is not by the influence of anything, but actual amount of water that is present in air, that is the absolute humidity. And on the other side, relative humidity is the proportion of water vapor present in the air in relation to the maximum amount of air can hold at the particular temperature. The maximum amount or the particular amount which it can hold, the ratio between, that is called the relative humidity. Now the next thing is precipitation. Precipitation include rain, dew, hail, snow, all the types of all the types of water forms which are coming from the above, from the sea area due to the weather phenomena. Those are called the precipitations. Precipitations like water vapor, so water droplets, thicker, colder, like all these forms are included in the precipitation form. Next is wind. Wind is simply the movement of air from high pressure to low pressure area, and the speed of wind is determined by the difference between the high and low pressure. Next, the moving air is called wind, and when you will when you are feeling the slow motion wind, that is called the breeze. Now the next thing is cloud. Cloud, that is the formation of water droplets occur due to the condensation in atmosphere, and water particles take the support of dust particles to float in the atmosphere. As mentioned earlier, these water droplets join together to form clouds. Water droplets, they are joining, and after that they are forming clouds. There are 5 types of clouds. Types of clouds are given here. First one, cirrus, second stratus, cumulus and nimbus. These are the four categories are here. Cirrus clouds, they are high level clouds and they are very thin and wispy, and they appear during the good weather. Next is stratus clouds. Stratus clouds are low level clouds. They are flat and tend to cover much of the sky, and they are grey in color and may produce light rain or drizzle. Then next one is cumulus cloud. Cumulus clouds are low to mid level clouds, and they are big, white, puffy and beautiful clouds. They usually mean good weather, and unless they grow really tall and turn into cumulus clouds. Next is nimbus clouds. These are low dark grey clouds that bring rain. The nimbus clouds are responsible for rain in particular area. If you will get any query, you can ask me through comment section. Thank you.